Here's why I believe a lot of Muslim women should be practicing with using dilators, especially before they get married. Now, I want to start with a little bit of a story time. A few years ago, I posted a video on my YouTube channel saying that I believe a lot of non-married women, women who've never been married before, who are waiting until they get married in order to engage in sexual intimacy. In that video, I talked about how I believe women who are not married should at least try practicing with dilators. These are vaginal dilators, and one of the purposes of these tools is for women to practice relaxing their pelvic floor muscles in order to get these objects in. And the reason I was aiming it specifically at women who are not married is because a large proportion of the women that I work with are married women who struggle with a condition called vaginismus. Vaginismus is a condition in which women find penetration really difficult and really painful. So women with vaginismus use these tools in order to practice relaxing their pelvic floor muscles so that eventually penetration becomes comfortable and pain-free. But I want to focus on if you are not married, but you have any kind of anxiety or fear regarding first-time sex, then I still recommend you practice with dilators. In that video, I got a little bit of negative criticism from a sort of dour bro where he posted a reaction video to my video saying that women who are not married should not practice with dilators because it may lead to bad things. It may lead to them self-pleasuring or masturbating. So I just want to kind of talk about that. Dilators are medical tools. They are not sex toys. They are not vibrators. In general, dilators do not provide women with sexual pleasure. As I've mentioned already, dilators are tools to help women practice relaxing their pelvic floor muscles so that insertion of any object or penetration when it comes to sexual intercourse is comfortable and pain-free. Now, why am I talking specifically in terms of Muslim women? Let me mention why. A lot of Muslim women grow up in households where the topic of sex is not really talked about. It's a very taboo topic. And then on top of that, there's a lot of shame around the topic, around women's bodies and around sexual intimacy. And then sometimes quite a lot of girls, when they're growing up as teenagers, they may hear stories about first-time sex being really painful. They may hear things regarding there being lots of blood. And so if a girl is growing up into a woman and has decided to wait until she gets married to engage in sexual intimacy for the first time, she's carrying all of that baggage with her into the marriage. And it tends to be that she has a lot of fear regarding first-time sex. She's afraid that it's going to be really painful. And so when that happens, sometimes what a woman can develop is the condition vaginismus, or she just finds penetration really difficult and really painful. So that is what I mean by it's so important for women who are not married, before you even get married, practice with these tools. As I've mentioned, they're not sex toys, they're not vibrators. These are tools to help you feel confident before marriage. I actually have a course, it's called Confident Marital Sex. I created the course primarily to help women overcome vaginismus and overcome painful penetration. But if you're not married, that course is still completely useful to you because essentially, everything a woman needs to do to overcome vaginismus or overcome painful penetration are the exact same steps that I wish women who are not married did before marriage. Because if you have that knowledge about your body, if you know how to relax your pelvic floor muscles, and if you've tried inserting dilators before marriage, then you know that it is comfortable and there's no pain, you will feel a lot more confident when you do get married and try to engage in sexual intercourse for the first time. And I kind of want to give an analogy regarding a man saying, oh, women shouldn't use dilators because it may lead to other things, it may lead to self-pleasure. I just want to paint a picture for you because there's this misconception that the moment something goes in the vagina for a woman, automatically it's going to lead to pleasure for her. And that's not true. Just something merely being in the vagina doesn't provide a woman with pleasure. I want you to think of, like, if a woman is on her period and she uses a tampon to absorb the period blood, she's not getting sexual pleasure from the tampon being in her vagina. And just to really paint the picture, I want you to imagine that my hand is the male sexual organ. Imagine that my hand is a penis. And so it's kind of like saying, if you insert a dilator in a woman's vagina, it gives her pleasure, which is false. It's the same as saying, just kind of, I've got a sock here, just kind of putting a sock on the male penis, which is what I'm going to do right now. Putting a sock on a male penis is giving him pleasure. It's literally like that. So I really want women who are listening to this to take charge of their sexual health and their sexual knowledge about their body. I highly recommend you join my course, because the course gives you step-by-step video lessons on how to use these dilators, because you need to know the right technique on how to relax your pelvic floor muscles in order to be able to get these dilators in a comfortable way. The course has video lessons, but there's also a private online support forum that you get immediate access to. It's only for people who join my course. I'm in that forum, which is where you can post questions to me and ask me for advice if you're struggling with using these, or if you have any fears regarding sexual intimacy. And what I've got going at the moment is a special offer where you can get 50% discount on the course. But not only that, when you join the course, you'll get completely free access to an extra course called The Pleasure Is Yours, which really teaches women everything they need to know to look forward to sexual intimacy, which is what I want a lot of Muslim women who are waiting until marriage. I want you to look forward to it, because what I've noticed in quite a lot of women, they're kind of dreading their first time. They're worried it's going to be painful or uncomfortable or unpleasant. But it's kind of the opposite with Muslim men. If a Muslim man is waiting until marriage, he can't wait to get married for his first time. Whereas quite a lot of women, not all women, but quite a lot of women have this fear or anxiety. They're kind of dreading their first time and worried it's going to be painful. I don't want you to dread your first time. I want you to look forward to it through empowering yourself with knowledge about your body. So if you'd like the discount code, I'll leave that in the caption below. All my courses are on my website. I look forward to welcoming you inside the course and supporting you.